Hey Capricorn, we are going to do your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. All right, let's see what's going on. Guess we're starting here. All right, I like that. You guys have the Queen of Swords for your starting energy, so that whoa, with the Justice at the bottom. All right, I love it. So, okay, so let's see. You guys have the Queen of Swords. This is for your current energy. So I feel like there's something here that you are not confused about, or there's a level of like knowing what's going on, or you're in the process of like really figuring that out. Okay, maybe using like extreme discernment with something, that kind of stuff, maybe needing to spot the differences or similarities with something that's going on here. There's something about that. Okay, I kind of want to say you have like a keen eye for something, you know, that's kind of what I feel like saying. All right, I also think there's something here, you're like friggin' out for the truth. You either know the truth about something and you're wanting to bring that to someone's attention, you're trying to even something out. There's an energy of really seeing something for what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling. So, all right, that's awesome. Okay, so you have the Three of Wands, and this is showing up in your environment. So somebody might be waiting for something from you, okay? Cap, somebody might be kind of waiting for, maybe for communication, for contact, or more information, that kind of thing, okay? I do understand that. I feel like there's somebody around here, around these parts, that is like, again, waiting for you, or they're waiting for more information, okay? That kind of stuff. What I'll also tell you here is I'm almost getting the energy of you being like, I can see what you're doing. I can see right through what the heck you're doing, okay? That kind of stuff. That certainly could be part of whatever's going on, okay? Why do I feel like you might be feeling like somebody is like looking for like the next best thing, or that somebody's like looking for like to see if like, oh, is the grass greener on that side, or you know what I'm saying? Something like that. All right. There might be something going on there. What I'll also say is I think that if this is a situation going on around you and not so much a person, then it might be that you are maybe like really like looking through something with like a real critical lens, that kind of stuff. And I feel like it's because you're like, I need to know like exactly what it is I'm looking at or what I'm seeing, that kind of stuff, maybe analyzing something, you know, maybe critiquing something in some type of capacity here. But I feel like it's in an energy to like open up or to expand. You know what I'm saying? Something about that. Okay. I think it's for most likely like a positive reason. Something to do with like, like growth, or, you know, something like that. Maybe there's like potential somewhere around, I don't know, something. Sorry. Okay. So, all right. So you guys have the Five of Cups, and this is showing up for your challenge here. So I wonder if there's something that you're like, okay, yeah, but I wish I knew that in the past, or like that would have been way better if I knew that like earlier, you know, something like that. There might be a little bit of a challenge in that way, all right? It's interesting in your environment, you have this Three of Wands, and then you have the Five of Cups for your challenge. Like, I wonder if I feel like there's like like two things that are unaccounted for. I don't know, or you're thinking about that, or I don't know, something. So let's see. Maybe a Taurus person. Maybe there's something about a Taurus person. Okay. Or this, for some of you guys, maybe you're Capricorn, maybe you're in like a really like single energy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's something that you're like, I'm like single, or I'm taking care of this thing by myself, that kind of stuff. All right. That could be part of whatever is going on here. And maybe the challenge is just like feeling like, well, you know how like some people say like, oh, like, well, there's this like fallacy that like you have to be like 20 years old to get married, otherwise like it's never going to happen. That's just not true. You can be 95 and get married. Funny enough, you sure can. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that love is like, oh, it only works if you're this age. Like, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'll tell you another thing here, Capricorn. If you ask me, when we mature in life, that kind of stuff, we have so much more life experience. We have so much more understanding of like love or whatever the heck it is, or understanding, hey, that's a red flag for me, or that's a green flag for me, that kind of stuff. They're like, age is wisdom. It's a good thing. Okay. So I don't even know if that's even like what you guys are, you know, thinking about, but there's something like that. Okay. Like feeling like I wish I did that sooner, or I don't know, something here. Okay. Maybe there was a disappointment in the past, or maybe there's something that you're like having a hard time kind of moving on from something that happened in the past, that kind of stuff, okay? All right. So you have the Strength card, and this is showing up for your opportunity here. So, I mean, not for nothing, I feel like you're going to like crush this opportunity. The Queen of Swords, I feel like, is like a really, really good energy to capitalize on this Strength card. What I will say is the Queen of Swords can be a little bit like, hey, did you mean to say that? That kind of stuff, okay? So with this Strength card, this could be an indication of like, hey, we do need to have like a little bit of a filter here. Or there needs to be like at least something where it's like, okay, stopping, maybe thinking about like what it is that we're saying or doing, and then going ahead and doing it, okay? I'm not saying like, be quiet, don't say anything. That's not what I'm saying. I mean more so in the sense of like, I don't know, whatever the heck I just said, okay? All right, so let's see, let's clarify. Let's get your oracle cards, and then we'll clarify. Okay. All right. The Chariot's at the bottom. I feel like I like that. You know, there's like a sense of like getting control of something or knowing what direction you're wanting to go in, that kind of stuff. All right. So reverse 10 of Cups. All right, well, not for nothing, you do have, for part of your challenge here, you have North Node, step out of your comfort zone. That might be that 10 of Cups reversed, okay? So, all right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Yeah, also this challenge with this 5 of Cups, it could also be like, oh my God, dude, I didn't mean it like that. Or I did, like, why did I say that? I mean, not for nothing, I do that probably a million times a day. So I understand that. I don't know. So, all right, let's see. It's like, can we get back to that? I'm getting that. So yeah, there's like maybe you're releasing something, or you're kind of letting your walls down in some sense here, or something just kind of like came out and you didn't mean it to, you know, you might have maybe like just like said something and they're like, God, that's not what I meant, or I don't know. Again, I really understand that. So let's see, Capricorn. Maybe you guys like Disney movies. All right, let's see. I know that was really random. Okay, Capricorn. All right, King of Swords at the bottom. There's a lot of clarity. Or a lot of communication, seeing something like very clearly, something about that, okay? So, all right, let's see. Maybe even like internet. Okay, I do want to say that technology, information technology or coding or something like that. I'm getting something, okay? All right, so Queen of Swords, you guys have the 6 of Pentacles, again, for your current energy. So it feels like maybe in the past there was something that, I wonder if you like made a particular decision to like go with one thing, or like you were putting all of your energy or resources, whatever it is, into like one particular thing here, okay? That kind of stuff, very much so like focus, like this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm placing my attention, that kind of stuff. That seems like it's in the past energy, and now I feel like there is this energy of being super discerning about it, or maybe even being like, maybe you overgave in the past, okay? Certainly could be, or maybe there was something that was just like not reciprocated, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. For some of you guys, maybe something was reciprocated. Maybe, you know, it was like a tit for tat type of situation, you know, like one person did this thing and then you kind of like reacted, or whatever the heck it is, that kind of thing. That's what I feel like is going on now. But I feel like whatever is like your current energy is, again, one of like being really clear about something, that kind of stuff. Maybe like straightforward communication, that kind of situation. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I feel like there's a lot of like problem solving, or being like really, really relying on like your like logic, or like, you know, critical thinking, analyzing something, you know, something regarding that. That's kind of what I feel like your energy is right now. So okay, so in your environment, you guys have the 3 of Wands, and you have it with the reverse King of Pentacles prior to this. So in the past energy, I think maybe there was something that was maybe not so reliable, or there was, I don't know, maybe even a bad investment, or I don't know, something like that. Again, we did just say something about maybe over giving to something, that kind of stuff, or even giving something away that you did not want to, okay? Giving something away that you did not want to, or trading something, bartering something like that, okay? Definitely understanding that. In your environment, I feel feel like there is somebody here, again, who's either waiting to hear back from you or is waiting to see like what is going to come of this. What is this going to grow out of control? What's going to come of this? Again, something was like either like unreliable or unreliable or too expensive. I don't know, or maybe something was taking too long. There's something about that. I want to say like, I wonder if somebody was waiting for something for like such a long time, possibly correspondence, to the point that it was like, okay, I'm moving on, I'm going to expand in a different way, or like, you know, I guess I'll just sit here and wait. Like, you know what I'm saying? It feels like there's like an energy of like, I'm waiting, but I feel like if this is a person, I feel like they've been waiting for like longer than they want to. Okay, that's kind of what I'm feeling with whatever's going on here. Somebody might be searching for stability, you know. Okay, so all right, let's see. So okay, so for your challenge, again, you guys have this step out of your comfort zone North Node card, and then you have it with the Five of Cups and the High Priestess here. So your challenge is very like watery based. I mean, I don't know what your North Node is. Okay, you're gonna know that. You can check your chart to see like where your North Node is, all that kind of stuff. It's the opposite of your South Node. So all right, so Five of Cups and then with the High Priestess here. So yes, I do still feel like there's a challenge and possibly feeling like either something is missing or searching back in the past for something, and maybe there's some regret there, or like, God, like, you know, it used to be better, or why didn't I do this sooner? There's something about that. There is disappointment, or like very much so thinking about the past, something about that. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. In the previous energy, I do feel like maybe part of this challenge had to do with maybe going, I don't know if this is no contact, but it's at the very least feeling like you have to kind of like keep something hidden. I don't know. I think so. Keep something hidden in some sense, okay? That kind of stuff. Or maybe there was something that you were like really kind of trying to use your intuition with something. Maybe that kind of like went south in some sense. That's interesting, went south, okay? Because we have this North Node card here, all right? So certainly could be. I do understand the energy of like someone getting like the cold shoulder, someone who's kind of like not really wanting to like dive deep into their like emotions, or there's an energy of being like, I'm like shielding myself from something. Okay, there's something like that. All right, and I'm also getting this energy of like, is it or is it not? Is it not? You know, something like that. Okay, that's what I feel like is in the past energy here. Right, maybe even a little bit of suspicion in some sense, that kind of stuff. Okay, certainly could be, but right now, again, I feel like it's like kind of like maybe not revising, but more so like thinking about the past, or being like, oh God, like why did that happen? There's something. It feels like you're trying to like replace something, or trying to like, trying to like make up for lost time or something. All right, that's kind of what I'm understanding here. I do wonder if there's been a financial loss, or just a loss of a, maybe a patriarch in your family, okay? Or something that is like feeling like, okay, well, where's my stability? Where'd my stability go? You know, something like that. Maybe there was also a bad investment, and it's like, oh, now we got to wait and see, like, what the heck, what are we going to do about this? That kind of thing. All right, so you have the Page of Pentacles, and you have it with the Three of Swords here, and this is showing up as kind of like what to do. I think there's something about offering some type of message to somebody, okay? Offering a message, or maybe even giving somebody something, whatever it is, making plans, making a phone call, text message, email, whatever the heck it is. That's kind of what I feel like is to be asked of you, and it feels like what is that going to bring in? This Three of Swords. So it's either going to bring in a sense of a separation, especially if that is what you're wanting, okay? With this Queen of Swords, that definitely can be like, you know, maybe like a single person, or someone who's, being separated. They're getting separated from their love, or, you know, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. Maybe this is like, you know, again, bringing in that energy of like, okay, now this is separate, or this is separated, or this could maybe be like, I want to say canceled plans for some of you guys, okay? Something might be canceled, that kind of stuff, or shortened in some sense, okay? okay, shortened in some capacity. I also would not be super shocked if you guys received an apology, or there was maybe something you were like given an apology for. I more so understand receiving one, to be completely honest here, okay? That's what I'm feeling. What to avoid? You have the Nine of Cups. So yeah, I mean, we're just going to avoid staying in the place that is like the most comfortable, okay? And the reason why is because like we're here to grow. It feels like there's, you know, maybe something in your, maybe this is something in your life that is like, now you're feeling like, God, this is so mundane. It's the same thing over and over, that you might just be like, I can't keep doing the same thing. I have to expand. I have to like see what else is out there, that kind of stuff, okay? That could be it. Okay, so yes, I definitely feel like this is like avoid. I want to say even being like overly greedy about something, you know, being like, no, this is all my stuff and like this is my collection, you can't have it, you know, that kind of stuff. That comes with, again, being, you know, comfortable with like getting out of your comfort zone, that kind of stuff, okay? So, certainly could be. What I also want to say is, for some of you guys, maybe stepping out of your comfort zone just looks like saying no. You know what I'm saying? Reason why I'm saying that is because this North Node, it's like NN, like no, I don't know. So I'm like getting something about that. It might be that it's like, you know what, avoid saying yes to everything, you know, just to make like, to keep the peace or whatever the heck it is, or because that's like what you're used to doing. You know, there might be something where it's like, hey, you're allowed to be like, no, actually the answer is no. And that just might be the answer. You know, there might not be any like real hidden agenda there. All right, so let's see. Let's go over to your opportunity. All right. So you have this last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude card, again, showing up for your opportunity. And then you have it with the Lovers card and the Strength card. So, all right, in the past energy, I do think that there was a particular choice made, or there was, or maybe in the past, there was something that you came together with, or, you know, okay, for some of you guys, there is like a breakup going on, or this is just like what we're talking about, okay? A breakup maybe with a romantic partner or a friend, or something that you've been doing every day, maybe a long-standing job, whatever the heck it is, you know, that kind of thing. I do understand something about that, okay? It's like in the past, it feels like you were like, I met my counterpart, or this is like a very harmonious relationship. There is give and take. There is a back and forth. There is reciprocity, that kind of stuff. I feel like that was in the past, or you were feeling like this is like a match made in heaven, or this thing is for me, whatever the heck it is here, okay? There might have even, that might be that like the two, like I keep getting that like there's two things missing, or like literally the number two is missing, or I don't know, something like that, okay, I'm picking up something like that. I just don't exactly know like what in God's green earth that could possibly mean. Well, I think I do, but I don't know, we'll see. Possibly connecting with a Gemini in the past, okay, that could also be something here. All right, so let's see. Okay, so you have the Strength card with this now. So it feels like maybe this is fighting for something that you did kind of make a decision about, or fighting for a particular, something you made a choice about. You're like, I'm going to choose this thing instead of this thing, or whatever the heck it is. I wonder if right now your opportunity is to kind of like find some strength to like keep that intact in some sense, okay? That kind of stuff. But I also weirdly feel like there's something about like taking something apart, or like something, I don't know, separating something. I'm not sure. It's like there's kind of like mixed messages going on here, or it's not mixed messages, it's just layers, you know what I'm saying? So it might be like multiple timelines kind of crossing over all at once, that kind of situation, all right? That could be something that is going on here, Capricorn. And for whatever reason, I feel like you like really understand that, or that's something that it's not confusing to you in some aspect, okay? I would also say if there's something here that you're maybe wanting to have like a more harmonious relationship, or having something that is like maybe a really balanced relationship, or making a choice that is like everybody is happy with it, that kind of stuff. I wonder if it's like, okay, we just have to pick the thing that it's like what we really want, or, you know, something about that, or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe needing to speak up on to protect something that is like, that's my union, this is my thing, or whatever it is. There's something about that, protecting it, something regarding that, okay, that kind of stuff. This practice gratitude, like I'm telling you, I feel like there's something where it's like the end result of whatever this is, I feel like is going to be a good thing, okay? Or it's going to at least be like, okay, not all was lost. You know, with this Five of Cups, it's like, yes, something maybe has like ended, but that doesn't mean that like all is lost, okay? Like we were saying at the beginning of the reading, like every experience is an experience, whether it's like really, really bad or really, really good. In the moment, if it's really bad, yeah, it's gonna feel like crap, but once we kind of like work through that kind of stuff, okay, then we can kind of more internalize that as like maybe a lesson, or just like that's more experience. Now I understand that more, or I know, like we were saying, I know to look for the red flags or the green flags or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling is going on here. All right, I'm also getting something about somebody receiving 2 of the same items, and it's like you have to be like pretend, you know, like a kid on Christmas or whatever it is, like it's like, oh, like you got 2 of the same thing, and it's like you have to like teach them, like instead of being like, I already have this, just being like, just say thank you, okay? Just say thank you. That might be part of whatever this is here. I don't know. So, all right. Okay, so you have the 3 of Cups and you have it with the 5 of Wands here, and this is showing up for part of this opportunity. So yes, I feel like there's something about maybe celebrating something in a certain way, or maybe doing something on social media or something in that aspect, okay? Having something to celebrate, or being in a particular group of people who you feel like this is happy, this like we're coming together. It's like, you know, maybe not even a celebration, maybe just getting together with friends, family, whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. There's something about that, okay? I wonder if you're like introducing somebody new to your family or your group of friends, or I don't know, something like that. That could certainly be part of whatever is going on here, okay? I also do understand something about an invitation or something regarding that, you know. I don't know if that's in your energy or somebody else's, or what's going on there. You have the 5 of Wands here, so I feel like this is either putting you in a position where it's like you're going to be able to, like, I want to say, like move pieces around of something so that you like the way that the final result is, or you're able to kind of like test out different things or test out different groups. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm talking about here, Capricorn, but testing out like different groups of people, or being like, okay, how do these people work together? How do these people, like, do they cooperate together? Do they play together? Or is there like, there's something like that. I'm like, I don't know. I even understand like gossip or something like that, like kind of coming through. It is showing up for your opportunity, you know, that kind of stuff. So I wonder if you know something that like, that you really want to share with somebody, or you're like, dude, I just found this out, and like that was like the last piece of the puzzle that I needed, or something about that. Also, totally side note, some of you guys are really big into investments, that kind of stuff, whether this is investment properties, investing in the market, whatever the heck it is, okay? Something about that, trading of some sort. Definitely figuring that out, I guess. Or maybe that's what you're figuring out. I don't know. Someone's figuring out something, okay? All right, so let's see. So you have the Justice card, and you know, I got to tell you something. There might be some competition that is like beneficial, okay? There might be some type of competition or competitive something or other that is kind of beneficial here, but I do wonder if it's like you're going to be able to kind of like test something out, or do like a dry run with something before, I don't know, going into something here. I don't know. So what to avoid, you guys have the Justice card. Interesting, because that was the card that was at the bottom of the deck for you guys. So, there's something about following your North Node here, okay? I'm telling you, there's something about that. So I don't know. There's something, okay? I also want to say avoid taking justice in your own hands, okay? Avoid like kind of trying to maybe make something fair, like just on your own, or trying to even force something, you know, that kind of stuff. Like the universe is going to do that for you. I promise you. I promise you. It might take a million years. I don't know, but I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. It really is. Like I wish that I had like proof of that besides from like my own experience, but like I really can't stress it enough. We don't have to do that. We can, I mean, it's kind of fun to be like, God, like I want them to get their justice and blah, 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 but we don't have to like pursue that, because the universe is just going to do that for us, because yin and yang, that's why. So, you know, there's something about that. So yes, avoid maybe giving away the results of something before something is ready here, that kind of stuff. And again, avoid trying to like take justice into your own hands, all right? Especially with this practice gratitude. It's like focus on the stuff that's going right, that kind of stuff, and the universe is going to sort out the rest. That's what I'm getting. So, all right, Capricorn, I hope this universe, I hope the universe is working for you. That'd be awesome. But what was I saying? I hope this made sense. If not, you could check your other placements, and I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.